Hello everyone! Spring is showering us with many sunny days, but also grey start. I went to Saltcoats Castle again, which I call my fairy tale castle due to its overgrowth in the summer months. The day started cloudy, but I was gifted some sunshine later. This castle sits on private land and isn't in the care of any trust, so it is exposed to the elements without any support or repair. One day it might be gone. So I am trying to appreciate it as long as it is safe to do so. As you know, I often talk about my life experiences on this channel, the wonderful positive ones like relocating to Scotland and being able to live my dream, but also about my mental health struggles or issues surrounding my family. Today, I am talking about something I haven't publicly talked about at all, but I thought it might be time to do so. A few years before I met my husband, I had met another man who also lived in Edinburgh. During our first dates, he was charismatic, funny and engaging. He seemed to be interested in me, my life, and we shared interests like sports and creativity. He was good looking and seemed to adore me, showered me with compliments. It was almost too good to be true, and in the end it was. He told me stories about how his ex-wife had treated him badly, that colleagues at work weren't kind to him, and his own parents didn't treat him well. He seemed to fall victim to many people's unkindness. Little did I know that he already knew of my strong empathy and used this for his own good. Of course, I believed all those things. There was no reason not to. We all have experiences that we want to share with our partner. Eventually, he moved in with my son and me after telling me his landlord had given him notice on his flat. This was the first time I ever lived with someone after I became a single mother. I was excited, but it didn't last long. Gradually, things changed. I wasn't the wonderful person any longer that he had portrayed me as before. Criticism was now a daily companion of mine, and it was always my fault when he was angry, sad, or irritated. He started calling me less than flattering things, using foul language, and isolated me from all good things. He even tried to bully me into leaving Scotland, the country I love so much, tried to bully me out of the life that I had built here. There were many fights as my natural instinct told me something was wrong, and eventually I put an abrupt stop to it all and kicked him out of my flat, threatening to call the police when he declined to do so. This was after two things happened. First, he started to behave strangely and abusive towards my son, and at the same time started to be physically abusive towards me. When he left, a big burden was out of my life. I didn't know what had happened and started to investigate to be able to understand. When I learned about narcissistic personality disorder, I had a big aha moment. This man was like a textbook narcissist, and the many feelings of guilt he made me feel weren't justified at all. I learned so much about the subject, which did help me to understand and heal from the many injuries sustained during my time with him. We always think that if we hear about those toxic people, that this wouldn't happen to us. We would see through this. And in hindsight, it is so obvious. But everyone can be subject to a narcissist. They know how to deal with us, and they know that we always hope that we just do everything so that the charming, engaging, and kind person we got to know would return. But they won't, as that's not who they really are. So, if you are or were in a relationship with a toxic person, you are not alone. Nothing you said or did was wrong, and you were not at fault. If you can, detach from anyone who's treating you unkind, selfish, or abusive. You owe it to yourself. Everyone deserves a peaceful, loving, and safe life, and so do you. I knitted part of my Easter decoration during the last weeks and finished filling the knitted eggs before the Easter decoration finally made its way into our cottage this week. The eggshell decoration I created recently got another use as well, now housing the rabbit and my knitted eggs. love seeing all my items again, even though today I have much less than I used to have when my son was younger. I can't wait for my son to come home over Easter so he can enjoy the decoration too. I hope you have a lovely week. Be kind to yourself. I am sending you lots of love from Scotland. Tach baleif.